everyone, welcome back to another theatre vlog. Leo was just miming me in the mirror there like a great boyfriend. Tonight I'm going to tonight I'm going to see beautiful
No, Rukaya, you went to see Waitress.
at the Brooks Atkinson Theatre, obviously on Broadway. You're such a creeper. I'm super excited. Obviously I've heard amazing things about this show. Everyone has said that I need to go and see it. Can you you're actually doing a really good impression. Maybe you should do the vlogs from now on. Yeah, I'm so excited. It's just after 7 o'clock now. The show starts at 8, so I might get like mixed opinions on whether to get a pie beforehand. Some people have said do it, some people have said not to. Leo is literally here being such a distraction. So yeah, maybe I will, maybe I won't, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm really excited. Gonna head to the theatre now and obviously go see the show. It's currently the interval of Waitress. Oh my goodness, this show is so good. I totally understand why everyone's been hyping it up and telling me that I have to listen to it, and everyone's fallen in love with it because it's amazing. Really enjoying it. God, it's just so lovely. I don't want to like say my full thoughts right now because, you know, I'm going to save it till the end of the video. But view from my seat is really good. I think I got a discount on Broadway box for my seat, so I can't remember how much it was. I think it was like maybe $40 off my ticket. I can't remember. I'll talk about it later on in the video when I can remember what I paid and what the discount was. So I'm literally in like the middle of the mezzanine, which is really good. The legroom, it's okay, because I'm on like the front row behind the aisle. There's like a safety rail in front of me, which is fine, it's not blocking any view or anything, and then there's like a curtain below it, so it's like obviously it's just a curtain, so I could put my legs out a little bit more, but because my bags were all loose everywhere, I didn't want to kick them off by accident. So hopefully in the second act I'll be a bit more comfortable now that I've sorted out my bags. I bought some merchandise. There's a bus, and I also bought a pie, even though it was like $12, which is just ridiculous. And people said like don't buy the pie, it's like not worth the money, but I saw it and I was like, oh, I've got to buy the pie. So I will show you that. I've not eaten it yet. I'm gonna like save it maybe till after the show. So yeah, they've only got 15-minute intervals on Broadway, which is not enough time when you're a theatre vlogger. So I'm gonna run back in and just enjoy Act 2. Like, cause yesterday I was rushing around so much in Anastasia, whereas this time I got my merch and my drink before the show. So now I knew that I could just come out here, chat to you for a little bit, and then go back in. But yeah, oh my goodness, the show is so lovely.
Check it out. Go ahead. throw your rocks at me.
Baking a pie is easy, if you know how.
I'm still standing.
If only life were as easy as pie. Waitress, the hit Broadway musical baked from the heart, with songs by Sarah Bareilles. Don't miss Tony Award winner Jessie Mueller taking her final bow on March 26th. Waitress, order up at Ticketmaster.com.
I've never seen that.
They call it a dead kitten. Thankfully, it's not actually a dead kitten.
You have a fribble on your camera. What is that?
It's a microphone.
Oh!
Yeah.
All right. I thought it was some new kind of flash. Thank you so much.
Would you mind signing this for me? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
A picture of mine because she went in the dark.
Thank you. You were fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
I can't. I'm so sorry. I gotta run home and leave the nanny. I'm so sorry.
Thank you so much. You were brilliant. Thank you.
Oh, you smell so good too.
You were fantastic. And oh my god, your hair is fabulous.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
I can't wait for it to come to London.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Thank you.
Check it out.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the chatty section of the vlog. As you would have seen, I went to see Waitress the musical. This was my second show of my latest New York trip and I was so excited to see this show. Like, so many people that I know had literally raved about it. So obviously I booked a ticket far in advance. Not far in advance, it was like a couple of months in advance I think. I booked this ticket with a discount code from Broadway box. I think it came, I know the ticket price I think was $69, but it was probably more like 80 something with fees. I'll put the exact figure on screen right now because I can never remember the numbers. So I had my ticket ready and I was good to go. I was so excited, as I've already said. One of the things I've noticed, like, that's a difference between Broadway and the West End is, in the West End, I feel like I can turn up pretty relaxed in terms of like picking up my ticket. I could pick up my ticket probably like maybe just 15-20 minutes before the show and then like make my way straight in, but the queues in Broadway, there's a lot of them. I think it's because most of the theatres don't have like bars and stuff inside them in terms of actual spaces where people can congregate. There's really not that much room in Broadway theatres, which I really noticed on this trip. So in West End theatres, there's a lot of social spaces. And here you've literally just got the foyer, the box office, and even those aren't massive. And then you go straight in and you're literally in the auditorium, and then there's more like kind of pop-up bars. It's just something I noticed on this particular visit. But yeah, walking into the theatre, I mean, it smelt amazing. It literally smelled like fresh baked goods, and wow, it smells so good. And as I mentioned in the interval clip, I did end up buying a pie. I bought the cookies and cream one, and I think it was that smell that I was like, no, I really want to buy a pie. So whoever thought of that idea, well done, because it's working. It was just amazing to walk into a theatre and be enveloped with that smell, and I thought it was such a good idea considering like what the show is about, to just have that little extra sort of sensory touch, as it were. I'm pretty sure I had the full principal cast on, which was really nice. If you know me, you know I don't mind having understudies on, but it's always nice to kind of see a show for the first time and have everyone who's meant to be on. Especially I was really looking forward to seeing Betsy Wolfe playing Jenna, so I was very pleased that she was indeed on. Going into the show, I knew tiny fragments of the story. I've never watched the film, and I probably won't now, because I feel like when I go see a show like this that is based off a film, and then I go and watch the film, I'm like, oh, where's all the music? It's the same with like Legally Blonde. Like obviously that's a great film, but after seeing the musical, it's just kind of ruined the film for me in a sense, because I'm like, where are all the epic songs? But anyway, yeah, I knew She Used to Be Mine and You Matter to Me. Thanks Rachel Tucker for spoiling those for me. So those are the two songs that I knew from the show, and apart from that, I'd avoided everything else because I like to go into shows and not know what's going on, which has its pros and cons. I'll probably talk about that in another video at some point soon. As I mentioned, I booked my ticket via Broadway box to get that discount, and I think I still did get like the cheapest ticket that I could, and I was in row E of the mezzanines, row E, seat 105, and this was a great seat. As I mentioned in the interval clip, obviously I was in sort of the break between the front section of the mezz and like the back section, so I did have a rail in front of me, which was fine in terms of visibility. It didn't block my view or anything, but there was that little kind of curtainy bit, so I was really paranoid at the start. I was like, please bags don't fall, thank you very much, because I bought stuff before the show rather than in the interval, so I was really paranoid that stuff was going to fall everywhere, but thankfully it didn't. So yeah, overall it was a really comfy seat. Obviously you would be able to stretch your legs out there if you just remember to like tuck your bags underneath the seat. So definitely recommend checking out tickets via Broadway box, because I think that was definitely the best discount that I could have got for Waitress, so glad I did that. Alrighty, so I've rambled on about everything else. Let's actually talk about the show. So initially, just from sitting down, I loved the whole look of everything, like the stage. I loved the pie as the curtain. That was awesome. And something I actually didn't notice until I think it was either utilised in the show, I think it was in the opening number, but on the sides they have loads of pies in like revolving things, and I was like, that's really cool. And obviously I paid more attention to that in the interval, and I was really amazed at that because it just looked so fun. It was really simple, but I loved it. I've fallen head over heels in love with this show. I mean, completely. It's one of those that I was a bit worried, knowing how much everyone else was loving it. I was like, what if I don't enjoy it? What if I don't love it? And I did. I've literally listened to the cast recording pretty much every single day since I saw the show. So while we were traveling, I was listening to it, and since being home, I'm obsessed. I love it, and I've already pretty much dreamcast the London production in my head. Might make a video on that. If you'd be interested in that, let me know and I will make it. As I mentioned, I really wanted to see Betsy on stage, and I'm so glad that I have. I was listening to her on the cast recording of The Last 5 Years for like ages, so to finally see her on stage, that was so nice. She's so good in this role. Her singing voice is even more beautiful when you're hearing it in person, and just the way she acted out this character. Obviously I've got nothing else to compare to, I've not seen anyone else do it, but I loved how she did it. Maya Wilson and Caitlin Houlihan play her two best friends, so obviously Betsy plays Jenna, and then Maya and Caitlin play Becky and Dawn, and I loved them. I loved these characters so much. I thought they were brilliant, and it was really nice that they weren't just the best friends. Like, they had their own storylines, their own problems, so you didn't feel like you were just getting to know one main character. There were the three of them, and that was so nice. I thought they worked really well together, and I loved that they got their own big solos as well. That was just really refreshing to see in a show. Drew Gayling, who plays Dr. Pomatter, was hilarious and brilliant, and I've just done a quick Google search because I didn't want to say his surname wrong, and I think he was in Smash. So I'm going to need to find out who he played in Smash because that's going to really annoy me. But yeah, he was fantastic in this show, and the song like Bad Idea and the reprise of that, literally one of the funniest moments I've ever seen in theatre, and like the audience reaction to that song, it was amazing. I was laughing so much, so was everyone else. It was honestly just absolutely hilarious, and I would love to see how a British audience reacts to that as well. That mental image is amazing. Will Swenson plays the character of Earl, and he did a good job of it, but what a worm of a character. Ooh. In his scenes, it actually made me feel quite uncomfortable with some of the things he was saying and the way he was acting, but I guess that is a testament to good writing, because I could tell that some audience members that were like laughing at the stuff he was saying, or like just reacting in ways that were the total opposite of how I was reacting. And I was like, oh, this is conflicting. But yeah, as I say, it's a testament to good writing that I felt so kind of creeped out by the stuff he was saying. He was a very rude and like misogynistic character, and I'm not going to go into like politics and stuff like that, but like he's just not the type of person that I would deal with. So he did a good job as an actor to make me feel that way, but the character, trash, absolute trash. What I found with this show is that it really does take you through the motions. It's such a beautiful show with massive moments of joy and laughter, but then also real sadness and pain. There's a lot of reality to it, and I can understand why a lot of people can connect to it, because it's very real. There's moments of the show where you're like, oh god, yeah, I've definitely felt like that, or you can really like empathise and sympathise with the characters. So I think that's kind of the magic about it, that you can watch it as like anybody and relate to it. As I'm sure you can tell, I obviously loved seeing Waitress. I am so glad that I've been to see it, and already I'm thinking for my next New York trip that I definitely want to try and see it again, and I think that says a lot. Also, I'm fully on the Waitress in London bandwagon now. It needs to come here immediately. Thanks. Good, because I can afford it better over here. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I would love to know if you've been to see Waitress on Broadway or elsewhere. I know it's starting its national tour soon, which is super exciting. So yeah, I'd love to know if you've already been to see it, or if you're desperately hoping to see it. Let me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and you'd like to see more of me in the future. There's always lots of theatre content and currently lots of travel content too. So yeah, go and check out the New York vlogs that are out already. I did some daily vlogging while out there, and that's very nice to put those videos together. So I hope you enjoy those as well. I hope you're all doing really well, and I will see you very soon. Bye!